So we've got a short amount of time, and what we're going to try to achieve is quite miraculous. I'm going to try and get you to meet as many people as possible that you are going to be required to meet, because if you're going to be forming teams, it's very helpful to have people that you can connect with. So I've devised this little game. You've all got a sheet of paper, and on that piece of paper, there are 12 little entries, 12 records. I want you to number them from 1 to 12. And while you are doing that, I'll explain what you need to do. You'll notice that each record asks for a name, the degree, what year of study. I think it also asks, does it ask for contact details? It should ask for contact details, great. And also it does include an interest, a field of interest. If, for example, you are studying commerce, but you happen to be passionate about music, or maybe facilitating projects, or perhaps leading groups, or maybe research. You might have special skills or passions other than what you are studying. That'll be important to fill into that little category over there. So here's how the game works. I'm going to give you 12 minutes. And in 12 minutes, you're going to get up and you're going to make appointments with 12 people. So for example, if I look at my piece of paper, I'm free at 1 o'clock because my record is empty. I go looking for someone and I say, hi, what is your name? My name is Steve, what's your name? And you say, I'm so-and-so. Are you free at 1 o'clock? So she looks at her sheet and she goes, yep, I've made no appointments at 1 o'clock. So then I will put your name in my 1 o'clock. You'll put my name in your 1 o'clock. Okay, you get it? You're not just gonna fill the names in empty spaces, because if I call 1 o'clock, then you're not gonna know who you have to actually meet. So you are scheduling important meetings. When you go into the big wide world after varsity, if you cannot network, if you cannot make appointments, you're not going to get business. Business doesn't always come to you. So you're going to get up, you're going to make your appointments, and as soon as you've finished all 12 appointments, you sit down. You've only got 12 minutes to do it. So you literally are going to walk around and ask the people, what are you studying? Now here comes the catch. If you are studying BSc, you don't want to connect with a BSc person. So you're going to ask them, what are you studying? BSc. Sorry, I can't make an appointment with you. What are you studying? BCom. Thank you very much. What's your name? Tando. Are you free at 1 o'clock? I'll write down Tando 1 o'clock. You write down Steve 1 o'clock. We've made our appointment. You got it? Your 12 minutes start now. Up you get. Go and meet as many as you can. Try and fill in all the information about that person when you meet them. You're networking. This is very important. The small details always count. Is anyone going to get all 12 appointments before the time is up? So are you free at 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
Mandla is free at 6 o'clock. He's single and ready to mingle. Anyone available? Here we go. Mandla, we found you. Oh, there we go. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Right. You're going to have to stop what you're doing, finish off that last record, and come take a seat. What is very interesting about this exercise is that this is an experiment in human intuition. Many of you didn't just randomly go up to someone and say, can I have your number? You might not realize it, but you were picking up body language. You were looking at people thinking, this is the kind of person I feel comfortable communicating with, and you actually approach them, whether you know it or not. And of course, once you started getting a couple of names, that obviously allowed you to grow with confidence, and you started going to get more, and some of you managed to get all 12. In the real world, as I said, business doesn't always come to you. You've got to go out and get business, and that means networking. I go to many events, I hand out business cards to many people, but if you hand out a business card, there's no guarantee they're going to call you. If you get their phone number or email address, you send them the email and follow up and say, it was so nice meeting you at Upstart on Wednesday. I really had a lot of fun. I remember that you said that you were studying BCom. I'm actually in the commerce faculty as well. I have this really cool idea that I'd like to chat to you about. Are you keen to get together? And because you've made that contact and you've actually contacted that person, you establish a relationship, which is very important. This happens in dating as well, but that's another whole discussion. So the point is, it's about having the confidence to go up to people and get their contact details. Now that you've got the contact details, I'm looking at my watch and it is 4 o'clock. Can you stand up and find your 4 o'clock appointment, please, and go sit with them? And here is the challenge. You and your team, whoever's in your team, you have to express to your partners or triples, however many you've got in your team, what is the one thing that you are absolutely passionate about? If there was one thing in this world that would make you passionate, that you would go out and do it for no money at all, what would it be? And no, Ben & Jerry's ice cream taster is taken. You've got to think of something that you can actually change the world with. If you could do something right now, no studies, no money, what would make you passionate enough to go and do it for no money at all? You've got 10 seconds to let your teammates know. Go for it. Right. The time now is 7 o'clock. Please find your 7 o'clock appointment. Up you get. What I find very interesting is that some of you made an appointment at 4 o'clock and you didn't arrive. You made an appointment at 7 o'clock and you just didn't know who your partner was, so you went off for someone else. If you get that job interview and you are not there, at least 25 minutes early, you're setting a very, very strong tone. There's no ways that I'm going to employ you. If you're not coming to a meeting where I'm going to give you R1,000,000, I'm not going to give you that R1,000,000. So think about it. Okay, now that you've got your new partners, I would like you to find out what is the best movie they have ever seen in their life. You've got 10 seconds. Go for it. Right. What was the consensus? What was the most popular movie that was chosen as their favorite movie? Raise your hand if in your group it was a science fiction movie. Raise your hand if it was a rom-com, a romantic comedy. Action? Animation? Okay, so it just shows you that as a group, you all have different tastes. And when it comes to connecting with people, you don't always have to connect with people that have the same tastes as you, because you get exposed to different things when you meet people. You will find that when you first got to varsity, when you start listening to music that you don't normally listen to, you actually find that you like it. And that's about exposing yourself to different and new things at all times. Your next challenge. I'm going to make it a tough one. It's going to be a maths question, because I love maths so much. A bottle of juice costs R1. The juice costs 90 cents more than the bottle. How much does the bottle cost? Now you and your partners have to work together to solve this. Who says the bottle costs R1? Not right. Who said 90 cents? Who thought 10 cents? Wrong? Miss Denny, what is the answer? 5 cents. And for those of you who don't understand why, very quickly, I said that the bottle of juice costs R1 with the juice in the bottle. I said that the juice costs 90 cents more than the bottle. So if the bottle costs 5 cents, the juice would cost 90 cents more, which would make the juice 95 cents. And together, they make R1. What do we learn about this? That sometimes when you're working with people that you've just met, we all bring different strengths to what we do. You will also notice that sometimes you're solving a problem that is out of your comfort zone, and sometimes the results are very surprising. Good entrepreneurs realize this. People who are organizing this realize that over here they can't use amplified sound. They have to start innovating and thinking of different things to solve the problems. If you're going to be solving problems together with other people, you need to be able to work with their strengths and your strengths as well. Right, last meeting is at 12 o'clock. It's lunchtime. Let's go, let's go. Right, this is going to be a tough question. The question is, when you walk in a room, what theme song best describes you? So if you are the hot stepper, that is your song. Of course, for some of you who don't realize, that was like from the old fogey music. If you happen to be happy, if that's a song you want, then that is your theme song. So when you walk in the room, that song describes your personality. Choose the song that best describes your personality and let each other know. You've got 10 seconds. Go for it. Right. Just as a vote, a quick vote. Who voted for a pop song? We could go with pop. Who voted for rock? Classical? Who voted for opera? Anyone got an opera piece? Come on, there must be one opera. Did you have an opera piece? Did you? It's okay to be different. I think one of the things you will learn is that when you are in a corporate environment or when you're in society, you don't always have to be like everyone else. If you bring something to the table that other people don't offer, you offer a niche product that people will want because no one else is doing it. Everyone can go to McDonald's, Steers, Wimpy, whoever it is, Burger King, they all do burgers. But if you do something different with your burger, they will want to go to you. And it's okay if you like a certain type of music. Don't let people laugh at you and go, oh, come on, who likes that style of music? That's what you are passionate about. That's what you need to stick with. Okay, so now we've only got a couple of minutes left. A few comments I want to make. Who over here can honestly say that even in the short space of time that we had, they've probably connected? I don't mean like made BFFs here. I'm not talking about partners that you're going to go home with tonight. I'm talking about who made a connection with at least 3 or 4 people here today. Okay, so we've got quite a few hands up. That's very good. Who thinks that there's a good chance that after the session, they might actually want to connect with 1 or 2 people that they've met here today? Well, that's very positive. Very positive. So I'm going to encourage you that this game doesn't end now. You can go up to people beyond these walls and do the same thing. Introduce yourself, get information. That's what networking is all about. Once you network and you find the right people, you can do amazing things when you all bring out the best qualities in each other. So you guys have incredible potential. You are very fortunate that you have people who want to nurture that potential. If I were you, I would take advantage of it, because the rest of the guys are just walking around eating their sandwiches. They're not going to have access to this kind of quality education. So take it with both hands, because you could become the next speaker at the next Upstart, which would be wonderful.